hope you're having a great day. So it is raining, but I'm loving it because it's just a light, gentle rain, and it has been raining since yesterday, so all my plants are getting a deep soak. I really hope it lifts some of their spirits. Some of them are looking a little sad, even though I have drip to them. This just helps so much. So there's not a lot I can do. If it keeps raining real lightly, maybe I can put on all my rain gear and go weed. It is really easy to pick weeds when it's this wet. And it doesn't get too muddy because I'm walking on all that black stuff, but it does get slick. I do have a bouquet to make and some deliveries to do today. So I'm going to put together an arrangement and then see where the day takes me. Well, I did decide to pull some weeds today, so I pulled a bunch of weeds out of my perennial garden. There's still a ton left, and check out this stalk. It loved the rain. I feel like it shot up like 3 inches last night. It was not that big earlier. It kind of looks like it needs support netting. And look over there, I've got snapdragons getting tall too. Nice. Very nice. So yeah, that rain I think helped everything. Everything's looking so happy now. Ooh, I better just stay away from this fence. I'm all wet. Look at everything getting tall. The peonies look happy again. So I'll take you down here. It probably doesn't look like I weeded much, but all of this like stuff in the rows, I went through and pulled out. And up there was a ton of it. So I pulled all of that out, like the row that we're in. Right here. Weeds. And then over here along that, weeds. So I think there's a lot of smaller weeds in the holes, but those were all the tall ones. I do have a patch of weeds right here that are difficult to get out. And then up there, the motherwort, it's huge. It makes a really good filler, actually. I tested it and it lasted over a week, so it would make nice green leaves. But it's kind of taking over, so I need to pull it before it blooms. I might have to get a shovel for it though. And then down here, when I talk about cleaning up my perennial field, see how that black is raised? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna cut around all those plants and just make them bigger for this year and try to fill in the gaps wherever I can. So yeah, I put on all my rain gear. I got some rain boots. I came out. My hair is soaking wet because I didn't put on my rain hat. I have a hood. But it's not that bad, and it's just been a really light rain, so I'm just getting slowly wet over time. But that's kind of what I'm doing today on the farm. Not videoing it, obviously. It's raining. I don't want to ruin any equipment. But, yeah. Everything's looking happy. So these very first snapdragons are the ones that I very first put out, but actually the second succession is a lot better looking. So I might either look at the varieties, and if they're the same, I might be changing my calendar to start when I started those second ones. See how they're above the net? Can you see that? Like right up here. They're above the net, and these haven't even got to the net, so they're doing a lot better. And that would be about where my second or third succession started. So it might have been just two. We got that huge heat wave though that we normally wouldn't get, or I think these bottom ones would do better. But it's nice to see that they're putting on some height. The cosmos are popping out of their holes. Those were just seeds. Oh my goodness, I gotta get over here and weed this grass down. Oh, there's see what happens when you just leave a little dinky section uncovered in what used to be a hayfield. But look at all the stuff popping up here. These are all the zinnias that I put in the ground. They're gonna need weeded too. I'm kind of wondering if there are kids that just, they can't like dedicate themselves to a full-time like job where they're there certain days and all of that, but they would like to come out at their leisure and help me pull weeds. If anybody in Knoxville has kids and you think that would be a good job for them, I'll show them the ropes. I'll pay them minimum wage. That's all I can afford, people. And I'll have them pull weeds. They can do it for an hour, 2 hours, whatever they want. Okay, so I do still have a few hours. I did get some stuff ordered for the drip. I think I am going to do that up with the drip, where I just get the quick connects and do the different sections instead of turning those off every time. I think it'll be way faster. Not cheaper, but faster. And time is of the essence. So anyway, this rain is doing such good things for the flower farm. I think it's supposed to rain the rest of the day and a little bit tomorrow. So, man, it makes weeds pulling easy. I mean, I was just going down the row and they were just coming out by the root, and I was like, oh, there's some that don't, but the majority of them were. And then I was getting the taller ones, so I didn't actually get on my rain pants and crawl down the rows, but I should probably do that too, because there's a lot of weeds. And this is the first real year. So last year that was a perennial and annual field, so it was mixed. I had perennials and annuals. And then this year I filled it with all perennials. So I have empty spaces where there are no perennials, and I'm adding perennials this year. And then also some of the perennials didn't come back like fully, like there's gaps, which I did make walkways last year, but then the walkways like ended up with weeds. So I might go back and revisit and like move some of the perennials and make nice walkways between them and put a solid piece of landscape fabric down so that no weeds can grow in the in-between. So I just went and burnt a whole row, and then I just didn't plant, like in a 2-foot section, so I'd have a walkthrough. Well, it grew up so much with weeds, and then the weeds went to seed, and then it just caused me a lot of problems. So, and I have a lot of drip, so I don't want to necessarily just burn everything, or I'll burn my drip. So what I might do is just pick out sections, dig out some plants, and then lay one solid piece to give myself a few walkways so I can walk around the rows. I didn't do it on my annuals because I just planted it full of annuals. If worst comes to worst, I'll like stomp down the annual plants. And I mean, what's the difference? I either stomp them down or I have weeds. So, you know, and maybe it'll be a smaller path than I would have given myself, and I'll have more annuals. Not a big deal. But anyway, so excited. I can't wait until all these rows are actually like full on, all perennials. The weeding dies down. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful front field to the flower farm. Anyway, that's all I'm up to today, you guys. It's another day in the life of flower farming. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one.